Hello. I'm feeling very rough today, so forgive my voice and if I get out of breath walking. I've had a lot of lung detox and respiratory detox this week. So, breathing. Which is part of why I wanted to do this video as well. I've been wanting to do a live to talk about symptoms and how they are a voice of your body. How symptoms are not just a sign that you need to go get a medication. They're not just a collection that you put together and diagnose to get a treatment. Symptoms are they're very intimate signals. Oh, I just saw a deer. I don't know if you saw him. He was literally right in front of me on the trail. I realized how quiet I am in the woods now. I can sneak up on deer and squirrels and rabbits. Symptoms are really intimate signals. They're the way your body is speaking to you. And we've been taught, and it's been so ingrained in us, that a symptom is a sign that you need to go get a medicine to get rid of it. And we use treatments. And there's this restriction on the word cure in so much marketing in the medical world and in so many different realms of healing. And it's interesting to me because the cure isn't outside of us. And I feel like there's almost an unconscious, I don't know. I can't even think of the word that I'm thinking of. It's like they know none of their medications are cures. No remedies are cures. Because the cure is in your body. It's listening to the signals your body is speaking to you. So when we see a symptom as part of your healing capacity, part of the alchemical process working inside of you, we start to see symptoms differently. And this is very true in a couple circumstances I'm seeing in my life, and I'm kind of experiencing in real time, which is why I wanted to do this video too. So you can hear me. My lungs are heavy. I'm having some respiratory symptoms. I've had a lot of cough, heavy mucus. I've been doing deeper detoxing the last couple weeks. More fasting, enemas, and it's pulled up these symptoms. Now, even if I look at herbal remedies, natural remedies, holistic remedies, these are still all things that are oftentimes a way of feeling like we're doing something because we are convinced that if you don't do something to treat it, then we're doing nothing and it's going to get worse. And that's kind of a paradigm that's been built in this modern world and our allopathic system to kind of get us to go treat symptoms. And the lack of treatment of symptoms is often seen as neglectful to your body, rather than encouraging the symptoms more, which seems almost counterintuitive to what we're wanting, right? We're wanting to heal the symptom. However, if we talk about detoxification and like my post yesterday about healing crisis, these are parts of the healing process. And if you want to take a medicine or take a remedy that silences that symptom, it's going to come back later in a different way. It might manifest differently. It might go away temporarily and you might feel like you fixed it. And then it's going to come back either in the same way or it's going to come back stronger in a different way. And you're going to think it's some new issue, but really it's the same issue that you were dealing with previously that you suppressed, and now it's coming back in a different manifestation. So in the world of detoxification, we understand that symptoms are the act of your body trying to reach homeostasis. It's this constant work that your body is undergoing to try to remove mucus, obstructions, toxins from your system. And when we overload our system with toxins, mucus, based on how we're eating, how we're living, our exposures, your body is no longer naturally able to organically remove those on a daily basis. So then we reach this level of toxic overload. And that is where disease begins to build. Often it starts with constipation. You're not eliminating enough. And then your bowels get heavy and obstructed. And then think about if you have buildup in your bowels and you're not eliminating that from your body, what does it start to do? It starts to kind of backtrack through your digestive tract, through your intestinal system. And then it goes, basically it's pushing toxins back into your body. So then we see things like what we call leaky gut, IBS, stomach symptoms. That's because you're constipated and you're actually pushing the toxins back up your system. So you want to get it out. Elimination is key. And there's several elimination channels. So obviously, mosquitoes are kind of bad. Eliminating is kind of a prime piece of detoxification. Elimination channels in some context. So lymphatic system is also part of it. Going through your digestive tract is part of it. Skin is another elimination track channel. And breath. Actually, a great deal of your cellular detox is through breath, your exhalation. As well, often with breathwork practices, you get such kind of this transcendent result. I have spider webs on my phone now. Because of this elimination process, how you're basically exhaling what needs to be detoxed from your body. It's often like CO2, dead cells, and inhaling a deep amount of oxygen. So you're renewing your body, you're resetting, renewing, which is powerful. Whew. It's kind of humid today, but it feels good. So even in the holistic world, I find it a little difficult to, and like I said, I've been going through this process the last couple of years myself. I got into herbalism. I've gotten into flower essences, which are more in the frequency healing realm than, it's not medicinal like herbs are. It's energetic. And I'll be talking more about those as I get deeper into it. I've been sharing a little bit, but flower essences is where I'm going to focus more of my energy to, along with the detoxification work. I'm going to kind of link those together because it brings more of the emotional support, emotional and spiritual support to the body in a slower, more prominent way. And I think it's very similar to homeopathic, kind of those homeopathic nosodes, which I've been using for myself for dental stuff, and I've been using it for ringworm for my kids and myself. And that's been kind of an exploration as well. I hadn't done homeopathics too much in the past. I hadn't really had anything to do specifically, so I knew of them. I had a pack of them in my car forever for, arnica, belladonna, kind of the basics. I did use them when my kids were little for teething stuff, but not for anything big. Make sure I don't drop my phone here as I sit out on the lake. Touched a spider web. Oh goodness. Yeah, that's a big spider web. Okay. Anyways, so there's a lot of green in our lake, but it's beautiful. This is my favorite little hiking spot. And the mosquitoes are horrible. Anyway, so we've had a pretty wicked bout of ringworm in our home. So we've been exploring the ways of dealing with that. And of course, that's another one that's really difficult because we see the symptoms. My kid's father, of course, immediately wanted to go get medications for it. Tried like the antifungal over the counter while I was doing kind of the homeopathic and other holistic remedies, we'll say. Except I also know that the real factor in ringworm is the fungal overgrowth. So the point is to eliminate the fungus from the inside out rather than simply treating on the surface. I mean, you could do the fungal creams all day, but if you're not healing the body from the inside, it's going to come back. It's going to keep coming back, and it's going to be stubborn, especially with fungus. So it's been a struggle, kind of advocating for my children and like a more whole body way of healing than just running to get these oral medications that have quite a big list of side effects, actually. So I've been really leery about any of those. I'm still in talks with him about it now. It's been a couple months with the ringworm, but it is getting better, in my opinion. And it takes a while, and it's not always a linear process either. You'll start to see kind of ebbs and flows. You'll see improvement. It could kind of come back. It means that there's still the root-based, I don't want to say infection because it's not an infection per se. It's the overgrowth that is in the body that needs to be cleaned out. It's a cleaning out process, just like everything else. I mean, everything is about cleaning out the body. It's that simple. And you can take it with any type of disease. If you take away the disease labels and just look at symptoms, everything is about how to clean out your body's congested systems. Lymphatic, digestive, fungal overgrowth, bacterial exposures, whatever it may be, even parasites, those are there because there is an overgrowth in the body. You created the environment that the parasites showed up to. The parasites themselves aren't the issue. They are the sign of the issue. Inflammation is a sign of the issue. It's not the issue itself. So you can work to reduce inflammation all day. Again, there's lots of herbs. There's lots of homeopathic or holistic remedies to help reduce inflammation. But if you're not healing, if you don't know, if you're not healing the source of the inflammation, it's going to continue to pop up. And really such a big piece of all of this is how you live, how you nourish your body, how you feed your body, what you're doing from day to day, how you speak to yourself, how you honor yourself. It's not just about the food you put in it, but that is really step one, because once you start to nourish your body in a different way, you become so devoted to loving and honoring your body. And that that shifts into every piece of your life. That's why I'm so big on like music and movement practices. Those are all self-devotion practices, and it helps you not only move, you're moving, pulling shadows from your body, you're alchemizing a lot in that process, but it's also just an act of self-devotion, and it encourages you to treat yourself with love every day in how you eat. So many of our eating habits are habit, addiction, emotional feeding, and we don't even realize it. And I've had a long battle with that myself. Addictive behaviors with food, they can really do immense damage. So yes, I do. It's still rough. My voice is there, but it's rough. I couldn't talk at all a couple days ago. At least it's rough. Lungs are still heavy, but yeah. So once we begin the self-devotion practice, it will shift into every part of our life. And that's where the whole body healing comes from. The whole intuitive process begins inside of our body. Not all of the things that we can do outside of us, all those external remedies or modalities that can give us temporary relief or like a temporary frequency shift, can feel good in the moment, but then we just kind of go back to our regular day to day, and it's not a long-term solution. The long-term whole body solution is much more in depth and uncomfortable. So like the ringworm we're dealing with, I know that certain medications you can throw at it and it might go away, but I also know that there's a lot more to it in the body that's building the fungus, and it can take a while to sift through, and it's not always linear. Like I said, no healing journey, no awakening journey, no self-reclamation process is linear, because I'm an example of that. I went downhill for quite a while, started eating like crap again, feeling like crap, treating myself like crap, shortly after getting divorced 4 years ago, and then now I'm finally realizing what I created in my own body. So once we... Okay, I was losing service, so I moved. It's hot in that sun anyways. Once we can learn to honor symptoms for what they are as a signal, then the way you treat your body, the way you heal yourself, completely changes. And it's one of the most transformative things that you'll undergo. And it's a constant learning process. It's not like all of a sudden one day you believe in self-healing and it's like a magic overnight, poof, we're better. Goodness, no. Just like with homeschooling, there's this deschooling process where we have to unlearn everything that we thought we knew about health, about our bodies, and allow a clean slate to explore what's true. Like returning to the intuitive wisdom of our bodies is such a different journey than constantly going to, it's just snake, than constantly reaching outside of us to other experts to help fix our bodies. Whew. My service here is really not good, so sorry it keeps cutting out. And I'm moving. Oh, this is a pretty view. Lake. What was I saying? Oh, it's an unlearning process. Just like with when you decide to homeschool, you need to unlearn everything you thought you knew or that you've been told is real or true. And you start from a clean slate and begin to explore. It's a self-study process. It's a self-exploration. And as an adult, you can now tune in a little bit more. You need to come back to tune into your body, and you can begin to discern what's true, what feels true to you, what feels not true. And that's really where the awakening journey is letting go of that system that we thought we knew to be real and true, and making space for our own self-created system. And that's where we really learn to heal ourselves and the power, the capacity we have in our own body for that healing. It's not immediately feeling better either. It's understanding the meaning behind your symptoms. This is a big hill, so I'm going to be whew, but I love it here. My lungs suck right now. Yeah, it's learning your body is key too. Learning what's normal for you and what isn't. And then also knowing that sometimes what you adapted to and think is normal for you is actually just chronic illness. And then you can dive deeper into that to figure out why you've had that for so long. Where did it come from? Why? And we're really divine and powerful when we're given the opportunity, when we give ourselves the opportunity to prove that. So I'm going to leave it at that today because I'm out of breath and hot and almost done with my walk. And I'm going to go home and shower. So if anybody needs help in their healing journey, I do sessions. We do a starting session, intuitive. Can't remember what I have it called on my website right now. Intuitive wellness session, and it's just a kind of a consultation, figuring out where you're at, what you're dealing with, what your goals are. And it's not just nutritional. It's not just nutritional. It's spiritual, emotional, mental. It's body-based. There's movement. There's music. There's flower essences, herbals, fruit, all the things that are going to help nourish and allow you to redevote back to your own body and the wisdom it holds, because your body holds all the wisdom that you need to experience deep healing. So, love you all. Thank you for watching.